Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm here for the Soul Train Awards 2016. I know a lot of other people there probably reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta. I probably review them tomorrow, but I wanted to do the Soul Train Awards first because I really enjoyed it, and it definitely reminded me how much I really do enjoy like R&B and everything. So. Of course, we're back again with Erica Badu as the host or whatever. I like her hosting this show. I really do. But the opening act was Drew Hill, and they performed the first song they performed was "Tell Me," and then the next song they performed was "Sleeping in My Bed, Messing with My Head." Yes, that used to be my song, but and, they had some nice, cute dance moves or whatever. Not like a whole lot, unnecessary, shit going on. Um, then they bring out the guy Jazz, to perform with them, the bigger guy or whatever, and he's performing with them and all this other stuff. And then Cisco, he performs the thong song, that thong, 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 thong. He performed that song, and then the rest of Drew Hill, they came back out to perform the song with him, and I definitely enjoyed their performance. I wish they could have kind of been up there a little bit longer, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. And then Erica Badu, she comes out, with like these backup dancers or whatever, doing I guess like this African kind of feel, like glow in the dark kind of dance skit going on. And she's sitting up here talking about black people in the future, and all this other stuff. And she was calling boys to men, boys to old ass niggas. And she was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to say niggas. I meant to say ninjas." I was like, "Girl, now you know." Anyways, and then she, was bringing up, how they used to do the old 90s dances and all that stuff. Then we have Eric Benet. I didn't really, growing up, I didn't really know a lot of his songs. The only song I really remember from him is the song that he did with Tamia. But, he sounds good. He looked good. He had on his shades. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of wanted him to take off his shades or whatever, really get intertwined with the audience. But he really, sound good. He had on a nice suit and everything. And he still, Eric Benet still looks good. He still looks good. Anyways, moving on from that, we get the Internet Soul Sensation, the first Internet Soul Sensation Award. And that went to this dude named Jay Versace. I think he's like 18 or something like that. And I think I had seen Erica Badu had reached out to him. I don't know if it was on Twitter or something like that, but she reached out to him because one of the skits that he did involved her song "On and On" or whatever. And I've watched some of his stuff on Facebook or whatever, and I think he, he's a funny dude. It seemed like he's just very creative with like his costumes and stuff like that, like as if he just be getting stuff literally just be laying around his house, like a carpet to wrap around him or some curtains or something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was very cool that they gave him an award for that or whatever. So moving on from that, we get BJ the Chicago Kid and Anderson .Paak. Now, I've heard of BJ the Chicago Kid before. I first got introduced to him when he was featured on Schoolboy Q's song Studio. And, they're performing some, so I don't know the name of the song, but it had a cool vibe to it or whatever. I really liked it. The Anderson .Paak dude, he was rapping and everything. And, they was in the audience turning up, and it looked like they just was vibing with each other, having a good time. And it kind of gave me like a early 2000s feel, but not like a dated type of situation. You know what I mean? Like, it gave me that early 2000s feel, but intertwined with, today's times or whatever. So I really enjoyed that performance with them. Then we get somebody named, is it Ro James or something? I think that's his name. His setup was like this house party kind of setup and everything, on the couch and the lights and stuff like that. I don't know the name of the song that he performed, but I was cool with it. And then he switches it up and gets more intimate or whatever, and he takes his shades off. Like I said, it's something I wanted Eric Benet to do, but it was still cool. But yeah, he took his shades off. And this second song that he was performing, I've actually heard the song before. I just don't know the name of it. But yeah, it was cool. And the girl, she was she came out and was dancing with him or whatever, and he was just kind of viewing her as he was singing and everything. And it was just like a real sexy feel to it. She had on like a black leotard, and she was whipping her hair back and forth and doing splits and all this other stuff. I was like, ooh, girl, yes. Like, I was feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was cool. So, after that, we get the Soul Cypher, and I kind of wish they would have did more than one Soul Cypher, but they only had this one, and they had Ne-Yo, Angie Stone, Tyrese, and Gladys Knight, and they were pretty much singing like their old songs over Bryson Tiller's song Down. So Ne-Yo, he's singing first, and he's singing a little bit of his song Miss Independent. And then Angie Stone, she goes up next, and she's singing, a little bit of her song, Brother. And Tyrese, he was up next, and I don't remember which songs of his he sung. Y'all could put that down below or whatever. But anyways, then we get Gladys Knight, and I don't know any Gladys Knight songs. I've heard Gladys Knight sing plenty of times or whatever. I just don't know, like, I really don't know any of her songs, like, words or nothing like that, hooks or anything. But she still sounds good or whatever. I still appreciate it, even though I didn't really know the songs, or the songs, or the song that she was singing or whatever. And Angie Stone, Tyrese, and Ne-Yo, they was singing in the background as she was singing. And then Erykah Badu, she was like the little DJ or whatever for the cypher, and she started singing towards the end as well, and it was cool. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Angie Stone was gonna kind of do some rapping type of stuff, considering when she very, very first came out, she was a rapper or whatever, because and I know this because my mom played me some of her songs from way back when she first came out, with some group. I don't remember the group name, but yeah, she played this one song that they did for me or whatever. So yeah, I kind of did want her to rap or whatever, but it was still cool to see. The next internet sensation that we got was Carlton Humes. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, but I remember him. He does like the church choir type of stuff or whatever. I think he's pretty funny too. Moving on from that, we get Brandy. She got what was the award she was honored with? The Lady of Soul. She was honored with the Lady of Soul award or whatever. But she, starts off performing, some of her songs. She performed Almost Doesn't Count, and she, started off singing On the Ladder, and then she started singing her song, What About Us, and, she had, like, the big hair going on, some cute twists in the front, and then she had on, like, all black or whatever, with this big, tie thing going on, long socks and nice white dress shoes. I really liked her look or whatever. She had like she started off with two male backup dancers, then some more backup dancers, they came along as the performance went along. Then she performed Full Moon. Then Mace, he came out. And I'm like, so is Mace back in hip-hop? See, I don't be knowing. I be getting confused with him. One minute he gospel, the next minute he hip-hop. So is he back with the hip-hop, thing or whatever? But, he came out or whatever, and, this all white, and he had on this white fur, and, it just kind of gave me that 90s feel that, he had going on back in the day or whatever. But they performed their song, Sitting on Top of the World. And then she performed Baby and I Wanna Be Down, and they also threw that song The Boy Is Mine that she did with Monica. They skimmed over that shit real quick or whatever. I mean, I know I don't know if you would call it beef that's between them two, but you know, whatever they had going on a few months back, whatever. But anyways, and then she performed "Talk About Our Love," you know, that song that she did with Kanye West, years ago or whatever. Yeah, I really enjoyed Brandy's performance, you know, of all her songs that she did. You know, I was up in here jamming, boy. Like, I loved Brandy's music growing up. But anyway, so Jill Scott, she presented her with the Lady of Soul award. You know, as Jill was talking, you could tell how excited she was and how honored she was to, you know, present Brandy with that award. You guys know Jill Scott received the Lady of Soul award last year or whatever. So, you know, she was calling Brandy her homegirl and everything. So you could tell she was just very excited for her. And, you know, Brandy was telling her from the audience, you know, I love you and all this other stuff. And I didn't like what the headpiece that Jill had on her head. You know, I think what she had on, it just would have worked better with her afro or whatever. But they showed, you know, a video of people, you know, talking about her and her career. Janae Aiko, Babyface, you know, her mama Sonia, and some other people or whatever. And you know, Mama Sonia still got that damn wig on that she be wearing. But anyways, you know, after they showed the little video or whatever, you know, Brandy, she's giving her speech or whatever, and she makes it nice and sweet, you know, not too long. Moving on from that, we get Drum and Erykah Badu, and they're performing their song Wi-Fi or whatever. And you know, Drum, he's from here, 757. And I don't really know a lot of his music, but I do like this song with him and Erykah Badu. I've heard about the song and everything, but I just never looked it up. So this is my first time actually hearing the song, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of liked it. And their, you know, setup on the stage was kind of like an intimate house kind of setting. You know, they had the couch, and you know, they had some tea or whatever that they was drinking through their performance. I was like, yes, keep them vocals, you know, going or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're singing to each other, playing with each other's hair and everything. And and I'm like, do he got on a robe? I'm like, you know, because I think it was the BET Hip Hop Awards, you know, when he was performing, he had on a robe then, and I'm like, is this a part of his whole, you know, look or whatever, the whole robe thing, you know what I mean? But I was just like, okay, you know, but I enjoyed their performance. The last internet soul sensation went to James Wright, and you guys know he was the guy that pretty much put Patty's Pies on the map or whatever last year and everything. And yeah, it was cool or whatever. I'm surprised he didn't get it last year, unless, you know, at the time that they recorded the Soul Train Awards, you know, like the timing or whatever just, you know, wasn't right or whatever. But anyways, moving on from that, we get Carl Thomas. And Carl Thomas, he looks good. You know, he got like a full beard going on now, but he still looks good and everything. Like, but a lot of these old singers, they, you know, that was on this show tonight, they still look good and like youthful for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, he comes out to Emotional. You know, he has on like all white, and then I think he performed the song called Summer Rain and everything, and then he performed And I Wish I Never Met Her at All, even though I love her so, she got love for me. Don't judge me, y'all, but yeah, I was jamming throughout this whole show. Like, when I tell y'all, I was jamming throughout this whole show. But yeah, he performed that song as well. And then moving on from that, we get Erykah Badu and India Arie. And they wanted to perform like a song, you know, to inspire women, you know, around the world and everything. And they both had their guitars or whatever. And, you know, Erykah Badu, she started, you know, singing Juveniles, Back That Ass Up, and all this stuff. You know, India Arie, she was like, hold the hell on now, Erykah. Like, what is you doing here? You know, and Erykah Badu was like, I see it takes a lot to please you, huh? You know what I'm saying? So that's when India Arie, she starts to lead into the song that they sing or whatever. I don't know the name of the song, but they kept on saying continue to breathe. So I'm gonna assume that might be the name of the song or whatever. And it was a beautiful song. I enjoyed it and everything. I really don't have nothing bad to say about these awards, y'all. Like, I really don't. And that's that's a good thing, especially because of how a lot of these award shows be nowadays. But anyways, let's keep on going. So Cedric the Entertainer, he presents Teddy Riley with the Legends Award and everything, and they have a video of people talking about him. I think Keith Sweat was in the video, I'll Be Sure, and some other people I can't remember. They talked about, all the people that he's written for, produced for, and, whatever, and how, he's like the face for the whole new Jack Swing vibe or whatever. And, so, yeah, Cedric, he gives him the award and everything. And, Teddy Riley, he's giving his speech or whatever. And, he's thanking Gladys Knight for, picking him on the Apollo or whatever when he was 5 years old or something like that. He was saying he was thanking the mother of his kids or whatever. I thought I saw Nia Riley out there. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just somebody that looked like her. I thought I seen the camera quickly glimpse at her. I'm not sure, but anyways, so he starts to perform some of the songs that he's written or produced for different people or whatever, and he had his auto tune going on or whatever. And I'm gonna let y'all know I don't know all the songs or whatever. I just might know of the song, probably have heard the song before, but I don't know like the name specifically of the song. So if I leave some songs out, I do apologize. But I know he performed that song Now That We Found Love, and then Dougie Fresh, he comes out and everything, and he always looks youthful. And he comes out and he performs that song where it be like, oh my God. He performed that song or whatever, and my mom, she used to play him like all the time and everything. So yeah, he performed that song, and then I think he performed SWV song Human Nature, but actually he had some girl coming out to sing the song. I was like, SWV couldn't have came and sung the song, but I mean it was cool, whatever. Then we get Bobby Brown. He comes out and performs, My Prerogative and everything. And I was proud of Bobby Brown. He didn't run out of breath when he was performing and everything, and that's really no shade or whatever, because we all know Bobby is not the same performer that he used to be, and he's been through so much these past few years with losing Whitney, and then losing Bobby Chris, so yeah, I thought he was cool and everything. He did good. And then he performed Teddy Riley performed Do You Remember the Time, and they had from Michael Jackson or whatever, and they had Michael Jackson's video playing in the background. And the group Guy, they came out and everything and performed that song Let's Chill. And then they performed Groove Me and I Like and everything. And it was some other group that came out, and I've heard of like the song that they performed. I heard the song or whatever, but I just don't remember the group's name and everything. And like I say, I know some other songs I probably left out that he did and everything, and I do apologize for that. I guess real quick I could talk about who won what or whatever, because they didn't present that many awards on the show. Best Dance went to Tiana Taylor and Kanye for the Faded song, and I thought that was well deserved. Beyonce, she won for R&B and soul or whatever the category was. Centric Certified, the Anderson .Paak dude, and actually he got that award right after he performed with BJ the Chicago Kid. And then for Rhythm and Bars, Fat Joe, Remy Ma, and French Montana. for all the way up, and Remy Ma had on that stupid Dora the Explorer wig that I can't stand. But anyways, y'all let me know how y'all feel about the Soul Train Awards. If there's anything that I left out that caught your attention or whatever, y'all can put that down in the comments below. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I will see you guys in the next video.